Hey guys, welcome back. This video is gonna be extremely valuable for all of us because from today I'm going to start an important topic, network protocols. We will cover these protocols in few videos. Let's get started. What are network protocols? Network protocols are formal standards and policies comprised of rules, procedures and formats that define communication between two or more devices over a network. In other words, network protocols can be associated to languages that two devices must understand for seamless communication of information, regardless of their infrastructure and design differences. Protocols can be built into hardware or software, and they are so important that in practice, every network use rely on network protocols for communications and connectivity. Alright. Let's get on to the first protocol. What is DHCP? Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol is a network management protocol that is used to dynamically assign the IP address and other information to each host on the network so that they can communicate efficiently. DHCP automates and centrally manages the assignment of IP address, easing the work of network administrator. In addition to the IP address, the DHCP also assigns the subnet masks, default gateway, domain name server address, and other configuration to the host. By doing so, it makes the task of network administrator easier. Let's talk about components of DHCP. First one is server. It is typically a server or router that holds the network configuration information. Second one is client. It is the endpoint that gets the configuration information from the server, like any computer or mobile. Third one is relay agent. If you have only one DHCP server for multiple LANs, then the DHCP relay agent present in every network will forward the DHCP request to the servers. This because the DHCP packets cannot travel across the router. Hence, the relay agent is required so that DHCP servers can handle the request from all the networks. Fourth one is address pool. It contains the list of IP address which are available for assignment to the client. Fifth component is subnet mask. It tells the host that in which network it is currently present. Let's talk about the next component, lease time. It is the amount of time for which the IP address is available to the client. After this time, the client must renew the IP address. Last component is gateway address. The gateway address lets the host know where the gateway is to connect to the internet. Let's see how does DHCP work. DHCP works at the application layer to dynamically assign the IP address to the client, and this happens through the exchange of a series of messages called DHCP transactions. There are 4 steps of DHCP communication. First step is discovery. In this step, DHCP client broadcasts messages to discover the DHCP servers. Second step is offer. In this step, when DHCP server receives the DHCP discover message, then it suggests or offer an IP address from IP pool to the client by sending a DHCP offer message to the client. This DHCP offer message contains the proposed IP address for DHCP client, IP address of the server, MAC address of the client, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS address, and lease information. Third step is request. in this step, in most cases, the client can receive multiple DHCP offer because in a network there are many DHCP servers. If the IP addressing of one server fails, then other servers can provide backup, but the client will accept only one DHCP offer. In response to the offer, the client sends a DHCP request, requesting the offered address from one of the DHCP servers. All the other offered IP addresses from remaining DHCP servers are withdrawn and returned to the pool of IP available addresses. Last step is acknowledgement. In this step, the server then sends acknowledgement to the client confirming the DHCP lease to the client. The server might send any other configuration that the client may have asked. At this step, the IP configuration is completed and the client can use the new IP settings. These stages are often abbreviated as DORA. D for discovery, O for offer, R for request, and A for acknowledgement. Let me tell you few advantages of using DHCP. Centralized management of IP addresses, seamless addition of new clients into a network, reuse of IP addresses, reducing the total number of IP addresses required. Disadvantages of using DHCP. Tracking internet activity becomes slow, as the same device can have multiple IP addresses over a period of time. Computers with DHCP cannot be used as servers, as their IPs changes over time. Well, this was all about today's topic. So before we end up today's video, if you have any question regarding today's video, leave a comment under the video and also subscribe to my channel if you want to stay updated with information technology. Thank you all, good luck, stay blessed, see you in the next video.